Alright guys, so back out here a few days later. We haven't worked on this for a few days, but as you can see, if you watched my first video where I was talking about that, I got the shop and we were out here cutting in the concrete to put this drain in, because although this is a pretty nice space, there was no drain anywhere in the floor. We do have water. We got a bathroom down there in the far right corner, and some basic things, but we don't have a drain in here. And so I want a drain, and my buddy I've got a buddy that's a plumber full-time, and I want him to come out and give me a price on what he would charge if he was going to do the exact same thing that I'm wanting to do here. And so right here, so if you haven't watched the first video, then you might want to watch that, but I just wanted to put this in here. I wanted to show what this looks like before I fill it all in and it's complete. So concrete saw, we cut down and we got lucky. The concrete stops about right here, and then it's clay, mainly clay, but stops about right here. So let's call it 5 inches or so. What that means is if the concrete would have been even deeper than what the blade would have cut through, that means I'd have been sitting here with a jackhammer and going at it until I hit clay, and then would have had to keep digging, because like for this catch basin, this is basically just a box with it's got a hole right there, which that'll be plugged, but then you've got your hole right here that your pipe hooks up to, and by the way, that right there is my sump pump. That sump pump is going to sit down inside here, and I'm actually going to be pumping water out instead of just relying on 1/4 inch per foot fall. I'm going to be pumping water out, so keep that in mind throughout the rest of everything I'm showing you. But anyhow, so this box is like a 12 by 12 by 12. So we had to dig down. We cut the square out and then had to dig down deep enough. Now there's water in here right now, and then we had to dig down deeper to get the pipe in here like I wanted it. And then you see these right here are drains that can hook up in line to the pipe will just hook in right here, and then the pipe comes out right there. So that just basically sits right there if that's where I wanted to put it. I've got 2 of these out right here, and in all honesty, I'd be fine if I just had my one catch basin right here for the drain, and then I took a broom or the squeegee broom thing and just pushed all the water into that, or since I'm already, I cut it. The reason that's cut so wide is because obviously it's much wider than the pipe. I cut it that wide so I could, if I wanted to put these drains in, I could. So y'all can put some input on that. As far as the grade goes, it's fairly level. It doesn't slope out towards the door, because if that would have been the case, then the drain might not have been as big of a deal to me. I might have just after I washed the car, just squeegee it out the door. Just don't get me wrong, I could do, but when I walk outside in a minute, you'll kind of see it it's level. It would just puddle up there. So I wanted to have a pump involved to pump it far enough away from the door where it's not puddling out here in front of the door. But yeah, as far as grade goes, it does have a low spot back in here that water will want to settle in, but like I said, it's not a big deal. I'll just take the squeegee and squeegee it here, and like I said, I'm debating on putting at least one, if not both of these other drains in line while I'm at it. Like I said, I don't have to. It's not a need. Just this one right here would be sufficient enough. And this pump is way overkill. It moves like 55 gallons per minute. And it comes out 1.5 inch. I've got it reduced down to 3/4 because I don't need anything more than that. You know, at most I'd be, you know, having like 8-10 gallons a minute going in here. So, but in order to have a pump that had a float switch where I wanted it to come on automatically and off automatically, so that's kind of why I got into this. But like I said, I'm open to input. You know, this isn't what I do every day for a living. I'm not a plumber. Like I said, I just try to be handy, and I try to do as much work-wise as I can. And I actually enjoy it. You know, if I can, like right now is a slow time for me. And so I've actually got some time to spend on this project so it works out, versus, you know, paying somebody to do it and me just watching. So, like I said, I am going to have him come do a bid. Hopefully he'll get to come do a bid, and I just want to, you know, for numbers sake, I just want to see what it would have cost me to pay, you know, a plumbing company to do what I'm doing here the way I want it done. So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to show y'all what it looked like and give y'all a chance to leave some feedback down in the comments. Right now we're continuing to dig out the trench, come out here, and which these blocks I've just got laying here, but obviously it comes right here, and then what I'm gonna do is come out. It's gonna 90 right here, and then don't pay attention to that, he got off course, but it's gonna 90. It's gonna go down over there where he's at. Around in there is where I'm gonna have the 3/4 inch pipe come out, and that's where it's gonna pump the water out to for right now. If I wanted to extend it further, I could. If, you know, for right now this is plenty good enough. So that's the main thing, is we're just getting the trench dug where we can lay the pipe down and get this hooked up. Now that I think about it, I forgot this is one of the pieces of block that we cut out of the floor in there. That's the top, and so I don't know, pretty cool. But anyways, where the foundation of this building is right here, these are center blocks, so you know, it goes down the dirt a little bit, and then I've got this center block right here that I've still got to get through. I was gonna rent a little demolition hammer. It's like a miniature jackhammer, but and I've got little air powered ones, little pneumatic ones. You know, they're like chisels basically is all it is. But they have been working on the concrete, so I'll probably use that to assist. This thing right here, and these are Central Pneumatic from Harbor Freight. They seem to be working fine. This is my new 29 gallon compressor. 29 gallon. What's it put out? 5.9 CFM at 90 PSI. Yeah. So these, I think both these here claim to use 4 CFM at full blast, and this thing keeps up with it like a charm. I really like this compressor, and it's half the noise, if not less, than my 21 gallon, you know, that's basically just like this, only this one has the motor and the compressor separate, and it's belt driven. My other compressor is an oiled compressor, and oiled compressors are supposed to be quieter than oilless, but that one, you know, it's a good compressor, don't get me wrong, it's just really loud. And so I knew if I was gonna put one in a shop, you know, because sound amplifies in here, I knew that I couldn't do that 21 gallon. And this, like I said, this has, you know, some more CFM that it's putting out as well. So that's good for the pneumatic polishers and tools and everything. But anyway, and then that's the new version. I've got the same hose reel that came from Harbor Freight, same hose reel and hose. That's their premium hose. I've got 100 foot of it on there right now. But now it was a good move in my opinion. They painted the whole hose reel is black now, whereas before, like the one on my trailer, I think this is black, but then these are yellow for some reason. But anyways, so that's Harbor Freight. And we're just gonna, you know, oh, here's some lights here I was playing with, testing out. They're LEDs. It looks like they're not, because it's got, you know, usually you don't see LEDs with the little cages over them, but as you can tell, it's not a regular bulb, and those little cages just pop off. It's pretty cool though, but and it's decently bright. Plug it in and show you. So, not that the phone's really gonna fully pick it up, but just playing with them, seeing, because I'm definitely gonna do some different things with lighting. Right now he's got just regular T8 fixture, 2-bulb fixtures up. I think he said that he put these, matter of fact, I see this one here has already got you probably can't see it on the phone, but it's already got one of the bulbs out. That one there does too. He said he just put these lights in not too long ago, which you know, I'll leave them up probably. I'll probably put, what I'll do is I'll put different temperature bulbs, the ones that they call them daylight. I think it's like 6,000 K, can't remember exactly, but, and then this one is LED. It's just kind of random over here. I'll probably put it, I'm gonna build me a workbench, and I'll probably put that above the workbench. I'll move it. But yeah, I've got some 2-bulb T8 fixtures that have the LED bulbs in them. And then I've also got some, I think it's a 4-bulb T5, and they're like 54 watts per bulb. They're not the most energy efficient, but if you want some good lighting, then I'm pretty sure that's like Matt with Obsessed Garage, and I think I've seen some other guys that have been using the T5s, but I've had them for years, and I had them for another purpose, but they work really well, and I'll be bringing those out here and probably doing some things with those as far as putting lights, you know, maybe around the side or something. I've actually looked at a stand that I could mount the light to, and it could roll around. I like that. So these bulbs here, now as you can see, it's like bound up right there, so they can go further in between. I think it's like 50 foot from end to end, and then you've got your lights spaced out evenly every so often, and you can plug, you know, more of these up. But I'm thinking I'm probably going to take these back, and I'm going to get T5s. I liked the little cages on them, and the fact that I could kind of play with them. I don't know. I'm gonna see. I might still keep them for some reason, but anyways, it's in the truck. All right, I'd show him where a hammer was. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, got all my tools over here. I used to have this exact same set, this DeWalt set. It's got the hammer drill, the flashlight, Sawzall, circular saw. It also comes with the impact, but I've got my own. This impact is amazing. Let me show you all what's the model number? Where's it at? Here it is. DCF 895. Now, if you type that in, I'm not sure if they're still making it. Back in the summer, I checked, and DeWalt was still making this exact same model number, and you could get it. I don't think you could get it off Amazon. I think you had to get it either from DeWalt or some other place, but you got to be careful. There's ones that look like this, and it'll come up, if you type that model number in, it'll come up under this model number, but it's not the exact same one. This impact, just the tool by itself without batteries, is like close to $200, I think. I think you can get like the smaller batteries here. I think you can get the drill with 2 of the smaller batteries for around $200, $250, and I'll tell you, it's worth every bit of it. This impact I've had for 8-9 years now. I got it when it first came out. This was DeWalt's first brushless tool. They came out with their impact being brushless first before the full-size drill, whereas Milwaukee, because I was looking at them, they came out with their full-size drill brushless and not their impact. But I went with DeWalt, and I'm very happy that I did it. I think DeWalt's batteries beat everybody else's all day long. I'm sure I'm going to catch something for that, but before I did detailing, I did heating and air for years, and this thing got worked all day, every day. You know, I worked my tools hard, and I got to play with some other guys that had Milwaukees and Makitas and Rigid, and you know, I got to play with all of it pretty much, and DeWalt was my favorite. They've all got their ups and downs, but this impact, you can't buy this in a kit. You know, you can get kits that come with, you know, now this is the hammer drill, meaning it's got this setting where, like, if you're wanting to drill into concrete, that's what that hammer setting's good for, and it's got the 1/2-inch chuck. But most of the time, what you'll see is the regular drill driver and an impact. And let's see, this impact right here. And the main thing I want to show you to look for, let's see, what's this? Okay, so this is DCF 885. And what I say this one was 895? Yeah, this one's DCF 895. Promise you there's a big difference. Honestly, I don't think this one's brushless, but they do make brushless, the brushless version. But here's the thing, see this part right here where your you know, chuck goes in or whatever. Now see this little button I'm about to press? See how that just fell out? And then I don't have to push that button to I just push it in and it's locked in. Whereas this one I can't do that with. This one you've got to you've got to pull out in order to release it. Now you can stick it in and it'll catch, that's fine, but in order to release it, most of the time, actually that one pushed it out a little bit. Okay, maybe that's new. It's not as bad, but still, I like the button that this has, and there's multiple other scenarios where it comes in handy where I like it. But not only that, just my buddy went and got the kit that came with, it was the brushless impact and drill, not the hammer drill, but the regular 1/2-inch drill driver. And it was the brushless version, so I thought it was the newer, updated version of mine, and it had that chuck on it like that. It does not have the three speeds on it, and you know, we put them up to the test, and I promise you, this one here, we used the same batteries on it, and this one outpowered it by quite a bit. So and this thing fell off a moving truck. I was going like 40 miles an hour. It fell off the back of a truck, and then somehow I seen it when it fell off, And so I stopped, immediately pulled over. I get out of the truck and I start running towards it. It's laying in the middle of the road. And of course the car hits it and it shoots. I see the battery shoot off one way and the drill the other. So I thought it was done right there. And that was like a $350 impact when I bought it. It's right when it first came out. But I went over there. It did pop the battery off, but it didn't break it. And I put the battery on, and I've had it working ever since. And that was probably 6-7 years ago that happened. And this thing still works like the day I bought it. Didn't mean to turn this into a tool review, but I know I get on my rants. But seriously, that's something. If you're looking for just a good all-around drill and impacts, now you can get drill bit attachments that have that hex head, and so you can do almost everything with an impact. The only thing where you need a regular drill for is if it's a drill bit or something that's got a smooth shank on it, or doesn't have that hex, that 1/4-inch hex attachment on it right there, where you can put it into the impact. But yeah, and I'm looking to get another one. I need to look into it very soon, actually. I'm wanting to find me another one of these, a new one, and buy it before they stop making this model, because I promise you that I think this is one of the best tools they've ever made, in my opinion. And they make good tools. So other than that, guys, I'm gonna end it. And like I said, y'all leave y'all's feedback, leave y'all's comments down below. I'm interested to hear what y'all have to say. Thank you to everyone that was congratulating me for getting a shop. I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to getting this all set up the way I want it, and doing some business out of it. It should, a shop, it's not 100% necessary, but it does give you an advantage, I believe, if you can make that move. And like for instance, right now, if it's below freezing outside, I can bring a vehicle in, and if I have a drain, wash the vehicle in here, do whatever I need to do in here. And which, by the way, I've got my torpedo heater over there. Anyways, so I could bring a car in here and do it. If it's raining, I can still be working in here. In the summertime, if it's like 70 degrees or above in direct sunlight with a dark colored vehicle, like a black vehicle, and you're wanting to polish or put a coating on, do multiple things, where being able to be indoors or at least covered, should I say, out of direct sunlight is a good thing in a lot of cases. You can get by without it, absolutely. If you're just starting off, don't think that I'm trying to say get you a shop before you do anything else. You absolutely can be 100% mobile. I've been doing it. There's a lot of other guys that still do it. There's a lot of guys that'll tell you that they don't want to have a shop. They don't want to have the overhead. And I completely respect that, and I get that. I think it depends on your vision on which way you're wanting to go and what kind of business you're doing. Because if you're doing, the type of jobs where it doesn't matter if you're in direct sunlight so much, or you can get away with being in the elements, then by all means, yeah, there's not a big reason for you to have a shop. Whereas me, I'm trying to do more coatings and paint correction and things where I want to be out of the elements, and not to mention being able to store vehicles as well, and my things. Right now it's a mess in here, but like I said, I'll show y'all more videos as I get shelves put up and all that good stuff. So like I said, leave your feedback down in the comments. I look forward to hearing from it, whether if it's a suggestion or a question, whatever. And Till the next one, guys, y'all either be good or be good at it.